Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to look about vibration because you have a choice right now. You can live in that loop of negativity or you can rise your vibration. And I'm here to tell you that you can. And I'm going to show you how, explain what is vibration, how you feel if you're in a higher vibration or a lower vibration, how to work with it to higher your vibration. So let's dive in today because everybody has a choice in life. A choice in how they live, how they think, and how they feel. And there is no wrong or right answers, my sweethearts. Everyone is at their own vibration at their own time. But there is a common point in life where you notice a pattern, a loop that keeps repeating. You keep feeling that same pain, meeting that same type of people, and facing that same lesson. And sometimes that's because you are too afraid to go deep, to ask those questions, to face what's really going on inside. But here's the truth, my darlings. You always have a choice. You can stay in that loop and you can rise your vibration. And there is no shame in where you are. Once upon a time, I didn't know any of it either. I sat in that struggle, confused, hurting, and repeating that cycle. And even now, there are still things I'm learning and healing. But I'm here today to tell you there is another way, and it's not about being perfect, it's about becoming aware. So I'm going to tell you what is vibration, because vibration is energy, it's your frequency, it's your emotional rhythm. Everything in the universe is vibrates, your body, your thoughts, and your words, your emotions. You like a radio signal, you attract what you tune into. So what's a lower vibration feels like? When you're in a lower vibration, it allows you how feel heavy, drained, stuck, or lost. You overthink and you replay old pain. You'll see the world through fear, and it's not because you're broken, my darlings. It's because something inside of you is calling to be healed. So how would you feel if you're on a higher vibration? When your vibration rises, its life starts to flow. You feel lighter, free, more grateful, and you attract people and moments that much more peace. You start to see significancies and blessings everywhere because your energy is now open to receive. So how to raise your vibration? If you want to be enlightening, if you want to find your inner self and the love, rise your vibration by not being small. Watch your thoughts, they create your reality. Speak kindly to yourself. Your words carry power. Move your body, dance, stretch, breathe. Be in nature. In nature's balance your energy. Practice gratitude. It turns your focus from pain to purpose. Surround yourself with people, music, energy that lifts you. The spiritual truth of vibration. People who live in higher vibrations aren't lucky. They consented. They faced their shadows, forgave what hurt them, and kept choosing love. Higher vibrations doesn't mean you never struggle. It means you just don't stay stuck in there and rise again and again. Today I choose to rise my vibration. I think to love, speak, like, and move with peace. Because when I heal, I help the world heal too. Your vibration is everything. Everything you give out. If you sit there and you gossip about somebody, that is going to come back to you, my darling. If you want to wake up in the morning and say, I can't do this no more, that is your choice. I've learned that even myself, everything I've gone through, now I'm in alignment, I wouldn't change any of it. Not one little tiny bit, not even the pain, the betrayal, I wouldn't change it. Because I've used it for my strength, I use it for my gain. Oh, love you angels. I'm loved and blessed and I wanted. Sorry, it's 9:44 this morning while I record this and my angel numbers popped up. But yeah, what you speak of does come to reality. Like, people look at me and it's like, how did you rise your vibration? I sat in silence. I battled every wound, every war, every conversation, every hurt, every pain. I give back love and not bitterness. I don't blame the people who hurt me because I have the understanding. I am happier than I've ever been in my whole life. I know who I am. I know my purpose. I am positive. I'm happy. I know my passion, and it's incredible. And I feel the most luckiest person in the world. And people say, how can you feel that? You're riddled with illnesses. You still got mental health. Your family's still throwing you under the bus. How? Because I have the understanding. I have the love, and I have the vibration of higher. And when you have that, you understand it. You give compassion and love, but you do not dwell on it. You don't live within it. You use your pain for purpose. You use your light to shine for others and show that there is another way. Your choice. If you want to live like that, then you can. There's no judgment on there. But don't sit there and start complaining and gossip about people and they're wondering why your life is so crap, because you're putting out there. And obviously that is your choice and there's no judgment on there. But do you really want to live like that? Do you? It all begins with you. No one can save you. Like I said before, the two biggest lessons I've learned is the only person who can save you is you. And that you can let go, and you can let go with love. And when you do that, you come alive, you're free, because you chase those people who want you for you, who don't twist everything you say, don't misunderstand you say, and just by being you, that it doesn't get twisted. Find the love, find your people. It might take years, and I'm not saying this is an easy journey, but if you have these skills, where I didn't have the skills, I had to do everything on my own, and that's why it took so long, because I didn't have anyone to confide in the end. I had to do it all myself. But I won't give you the tools, the understanding, and the tips to not go through 4 years of it, because you can do this in a month. Retrain your brain. You can change your DNA, and people laugh at that, but it's true. Your vibration, everybody is a vibration, everybody is light, and everyone has a choice. And people say, I haven't got a choice. How can I have a choice? I live on benefits, or I have no money. You have a choice what you do. You don't need money. Like, I have no money. My bank account is 0, but I'm the happiest person in the world right now, because I have the understanding and the knowledge that money's not everything. Love, what I give, what I teach, is free, because money can't buy that. People say, well, what do you get out of it if you don't get charged? I get out of someone else helping that somebody. That's my exchange. That's my balance. It might be different to you, and that is okay. My way's not right, not wrong. It's what I believe. And if people don't accept that or understand that, then that's fine. You can either give back bitterness, again, it's your choice, or you can give back, I understand, that's your opinion, I get, and I appreciate that's yours. And walk away. There's no attachment, there's no negativity, there's no ill will, and your heart is pure because you haven't give out that negativity. You all have a choice. You can live in that slumber of that repeating your cycle, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you can only meet people at their own vibration. But when you understand that, you look at people, especially when they're horrible to you, you understand that they are actually hurting, they're not actually dealing with their shit. So give healing to them, because if they're not willing to deal with their stuff, then that's on them. You can give them the tools and the tips and the suggestions, but if they're not willing to put that in themselves, don't use your energy on people who's not willing to help themselves. And I was one of them. I never used to help myself. I used to make things worse. I used to make things 10 times worse than what it is. Just say if I had a cut on my hand, I would have made it 10 times worse, because I needed that validation, that love, and that wanting, because of the abandonment and the hurt when I was a kid. And again, that's no one's fault. But I will not sit here saying I'm all innocent and that. I was a handful. I was a nightmare. You know, and that was my choice to live in that, because I didn't know the tools and I didn't know how. But I'm going to give you the tools. I am going to give you the how, so you don't have to be stuck in that. So again, it's your choice. I'm giving you the free information, the free guidance, how to rise your vibration. So there's no excuse, I can't afford to get the courses, I can't afford to do that. Here's your choice. I'm giving this to you. If you want to live happy and see the world differently, listen to me. I am that possible. I am someone who used to run off, self-harm, destroy everything, not intentionally. I really didn't. I did everything with love, but just in the wrong way, in the wrong context. And that, again, that's no one's fault. It's just the understanding and the learning you have. But when you learn to sit back, listen to yourself, how do you actually feel? What actually happened? Ask those questions, and trust me, my darlings, it can change your life. So have a beautiful weekend. Just know that I love you. You are worthy. and it's your choice. And I will be here to help and support you when you need it. Keep believing, keep the faith, because that's all we have right now, is faith and hope that this will can be coming. And it never will change if you don't willing to put out there. Like me now, people think I talk like shit. That's up to them. There's people who listen to me and actually believe what I say, and they follow me, and my TikTok got nearly 1,000 followers now, nearly 18k likes, and and it's not about likes either, it's about reaching those people who are willing to want to higher that vibration, to make that ripple effect of love and light and humanity and harmony. And if you think that's laughable and funny, then that's your choice. If you don't want a better world for your children, if you don't want a better world for yourself, then carry on, nothing like that. That's your choice. But I choose to help support the community and the world with teachings, and not just my teachings, like Billy Carson, Jay Shetty, Christine Lopes, Gaia. There's so many people. You don't have to listen to me, listen to them. There is another way, beautiful people. And it all begins with you. So have a beautiful weekend. I love you, and you know what I'm going to say. The sun always does come out tomorrow.